I just remember having like one dream, and it's a little long, kind of connected. So I'm playing hockey. I just remember that I'm playing hockey, and it's like a professional game, but it's not like NHL. I know it's not the NHL, but it's kind of like an important game because I think it's actually being recorded. It's on like I think it's being recorded and it's being televised. And so I'm playing hockey, and it's like ice hockey, and I'm like really I'm doing good. I'm playing on a team, and I think our team is winning. And it's just like very detailed hockey game. I remember I think I'm a right wing forward, and we're playing. My team is winning, and I'm doing like all these really good moves, like taking shots, making really good passes and stuff like that. And I make like two really good moves along the boards, like passing it to my teammates and stuff, and trying to do some tricks. And I'm skating really well. And so we're playing this hockey game, and suddenly it's weird because suddenly it's like it gets interrupted before the game is actually finished. And so at the beginning, it's like an important hockey game that's like being televised, and I know it's being like it's like an important game, but it's not like it's not like top tier level. It's not NHL, but maybe it's like an OHL or CHL type hockey game or something like that. I don't even remember the team that I'm on, or if it's like I don't know, like college hockey or something. But we're pretty young. Like we're the teams like I think we're like in our late teens or something like that. So we're playing hockey, and then suddenly halfway through the game, because I think there's still like halfway. Yeah, I think there's still like a period left or something. But suddenly the game gets canceled, and now it's not like an important game anymore. It's more like I guess like a pickup game or like some sort of recreational game or something. And so suddenly we're being evacuated out of this place, like this hockey game, this arena. We're playing. We stopped playing, and so it doesn't make sense, but I think we get evacuated off the ice, and it all happens really quickly. And there's like important people suddenly. There's like politicians or something. And what I realize is one of the people is like famous, right? Like he's like a prince or like royalty or something that was playing hockey. I'm a friend of his, and I'm on his team. And so there's this helicopter. It looks like almost like a military helicopter or something. And there's important people on. There's seating for like 8 people or something like that. I think maybe even more. But I just remember like we're getting in the helicopter. They're rushing us in, and we have to leave. And so I get into the back seat. I think there's like a weird politician. Somebody like I don't know why. It's the names. Okay, the only thing that's popping into my mind is either Donald Rumsfeld. I don't even know if that's his name. I don't know his first name. Rumsfeld, the politician or guy. So it's either Rumsfeld or Dick Cheney, something to do with one of those two. It makes no sense, but he's basically there because I think he's like a relative of the hockey player who like is the important person there or whatever. The prince. It's like it's so I don't know if it was like an actor or a prince or maybe a politician, but basically he's like a teenager that like so, and I'm friends with him. I can't remember like details though. It's weird. Like it's just like I don't know who he was, but basically there's a politician with us on this helicopter. And so I think there's like 2 or 3 rows of people. It's like a big helicopter. We get into the helicopter, and they're flying us out. And I think I kind of talked to the pilot for a second. I'm like, "Is everything okay?" And he's like, "Yeah." I think it's like a safety. I'm wondering if it's like a safety issue. Like this friend of mine, who, like the important person or whatever. If like for some reason I keep thinking it's a hit on his life or like an assassination attempt type thing. And the guy's like the pilot who I know, like I know the pilot better or something like that. Maybe I'm related to the pilot or something. And the pilot's like, no, it's okay, it's nothing. Actually, I don't think he was the pilot. He was a passenger. It was like there's a pilot on the left, this person sitting on the right, and it makes no sense because you can't even move around properly in a helicopter. But I was able to do that somehow. But this was all like while we're all being strapped in or something. And there's other people on the helicopter that I don't recognize. So I sit at the very back. There's like one seat available, and I sit in the back, and then the helicopter takes off. So we're flying in the air, and this whole part is very quick. Like we leave the hockey arena, and we're flying in the air, and we suddenly land, and like it happened so quick. I'm kind of confused, but we land, And once we land, I realized after the fact that we just landed on a cruise ship. Like we've landed on top of a cruise ship and we're flying low, like at the top deck or whatever of the cruise ship. And the helicopters land. Helicopter, just one, but helicopter lands. And as we're landing, I kind of see like this big banquet hall. And I suddenly realized that this whole emergency thing was, it's not like an emergency or anything, but like they rushed us out because this person, this important person who's there, like the teenager, is having a surprise birthday party. So, and I think there's like a bigger group of us now. So I think I'm in my late teens. In the dream, I'm like maybe 18 or 19, something like that. And so we land, and I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm asking people around me, like, I'm just so shocked. I'm like, did we just land in a cruise ship? And they're like, yeah, we did. Like, they're acting like it's so normal. And so we land on top of this cruise ship. So like, yeah, again, this person who I'm with, like this friend of mine, who I keep thinking he's like a prince. I think he's a prince or something. It makes no sense. Either a prince or like a super famous, like rich person, obviously very, very wealthy. And so we land on top of this cruise ship and they're throwing this huge birthday, but like he doesn't realize it. But for some reason, I can see it from the window of the helicopter. So as the helicopter's landing, I kind of see this huge hall. It's all decorated like a giant tables of food and like buffet type style setup. And so we land, and then they bring this guy into this big hall, and it all happens so quickly. Like we're being rushed in, and there's a ton of people there. Like there's friends from his school, I think, or something, college or high school or whatever. And I guess we're younger at this point because I think it's like high school. And anyways, a bunch of people are there, and they're all like yelling, like screaming, like surprise for him and stuff. And there's a ton of girls. I think at this one, there's a ton of girls that like him or have a crush on him. I think that's what it is. And he's like, I'm close friends with him, but there's other people there. And I think at this point I don't know why. I just know this. I don't see anything specifically. He doesn't like, I'm not even talking to him, but I just know in the dream, I just know that there's like a girl there that he has a big crush on, I think, and he's hoping she's there and she's gonna talk to him or something like that. And so we just kind of land. We get out. We're in the hall now, and everyone's dressed nice. Like the girls are all wearing fancy kind of prom dress type dresses, like they're fancy dresses. And I think he was important. Like he's a powerful person because I think there's like Secret Service type people there. Basically, there's bodyguards, and I think they're wearing suits, kind of like the Secret Service would, like black suits, tie, all that stuff. And I know they're armed. I don't see any weapons. I just know there's like not soldiers, but like agents or whatever there. And there's like, I think there's like a buffet section. There's tons of food set up. So I'm kind of just standing off to the side too. I'm just kind of watching this happen. And I think I get a little, I'm not sure, but I think I'm getting like a tiny bit jealous or something, but not really. And I'm just kind of standing off to the side and I'm watching all this happen. And this guy who I'm with, this important person, who's my friend, he gets surrounded by all these people. I think people are trying to talk to him, take some pictures. I think they're taking pictures with him, dude, and they're taking out their cell phones and stuff, and everyone's trying to get a picture with him for the birthday. And that's it. That's all I remember. The dream ends with just us at this birthday party, and that's all I remember from my dreams.